I'm Jackie Cross and welcome. I'm choosing at this time to share things that I do, little routines that I do in the morning to help with my own self-care and well-being, to help shift and move stagnant energy that may be in my body, and to also help boost my own immune system. And I know there are many different ways to help boost the immune system, obviously with diet and food and exercise, etc. But just to start my day off, this is what I choose to do. So I've been sharing this with a couple of ladies, and they've been, it's been a bit of a fun way to start our day. So I've chosen to extend that out to you as well. So this is just an invitation. You can do some of it, you can do all of it, and you can do none of it. It really is just a choice. And usually in the mornings I do this to music, uplifting music. When I'm sharing it with my friends, we put on a beautiful little song about happy cells, which is very, very uplifting, which is what this is about. It's about getting our energies moving. Anywhere there's any blocked, stagnant energy, getting it moving, helping to get the body working in the best way we can, and to start our day happy, energized and ready to go. So I'm not going to go into any of the reasons why I'm doing these little routines, because that can be spoken about another time. This is just about getting on with it. You can choose to do this any time of the day you choose. I do this in the morning because it helps get me ready to start my day with some positive ways of thinking and doing. I'm very aware of what's going on in the world, as we all are. So it's important at the moment to take our own self-love and self-care and self-nurturing and give ourselves the time to assist our own bodies and mind in the best way we possibly can. So for me, this is how I start my day, and this is how I energize my body and help to balance things that may be out of balance for me. So I'm not going to go into any more except for just get on with it. And as I said, I would normally put music on, so find uplifting music that you would like to listen to. This is about what you would like, not necessarily what I would like. So I'm not going to put music on for the purpose of today. So find your music, stick it on, and let's just have a bit of energizing, uplifting fun to start and boost the energies of our day. So I'm just going to get on with it. So the first of all, how I normally start my day off is I'm going to start tapping. And again, I'm not going to go into the whys, what, all those sorts of things as to why I'm doing this. We're just waking up the body. And this is what my body wants me to do this morning. So I'm sharing it. And we're going to bring that up the inside of our arm. And like I said, it's not about being serious. Put a smile on your face. Hopefully you've got some music on so you can move while you're doing it. You know? So I haven't got my music on today, which is probably good because I would probably be dancing all the way through this. And we're going to tap, tap, tap. Again, all the way down the outside of the arm. Clap, 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 clap. Up the inside of our arm. And then we're going to squeeze that arm. Just squeeze the arm. And sometimes there may be tender points in parts of our body. And if you feel those tender points, be aware of it and maybe go back later on. And you can either push and hold those points, push and hold those points, or you can squeeze and stimulate or even tap. It's about releasing for our bodies any stagnant energy. And let's start on the other side. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, and take it all the way down the outside of our arms. Tapping in the middle. We've got energy points, amazing energy points all the way around our bodies, and we're waking up our system. Or, I don't know about you, I'm waking up my system. Again, take it all the way down the outside of our arms. Simple, easy things to do. Waking up my body. It's probably a good job I haven't got music here, because I would be singing and dancing. And squeeze. And squeeze. And just feel just how nurturing that feels. Helping to release and let go. Okay. And then we're going to also start tapping here. I'm going to now take this all the way down the outside of my legs. I'm saying me, but I'm doing this for me. So I'm now going to take this down, and you can choose to do the same. All the way down the outside of the legs. All the way to the feet. If you can't reach the feet, imagine you're doing it. Tapping on the feet, tapping on your feet, and coming up the inside of our legs. So if anybody can't reach those points, Just imagine that you're taking your hands all the way down the outside of your legs. We're stimulating all down the outside of the legs, onto the feet, and bringing it up on the inside. If you've got music going, you can do it to the rhythm of the music, and if you haven't, well, you can just sing in your head. And then we're going to also squeeze the outside of our legs, just like we did the arms. Squeeze the outside of our legs. Anywhere they might be, we're just asking the body to encouraging the body to release and let go any stagnant energy. Anywhere there's any blockages, release all the way down those legs. And if you can reach, okay, just squeeze under the knee and then start squeezing on both sides, if you can reach, on both sides of your lower legs. So it's like you're squeezing the out and the inner side of your legs, just squeeze in and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, okay? And again, I feel I've got a couple of little points on my lower legs where I can feel tender points. So later on the day, I'll go back and do some more work on those. And let's just tap that out and tap on your chest. So you don't have to be serious, okay? And if there are tender points, like I said, later on the day you can go back and you can tap, stimulate, release, let go of any points where you can feel tender points. Okay, it's about releasing the energy, getting our bodies flowing with ease. Okay, and if you can reach, tap back here. If you can't reach, imagine you're tapping there, and then let's tap here. Okay, and again, put a smile on your face. We've woken up this morning, we're waking up, the body's taking up a bit higher, we're woken up the body. And for me, it's like, I have to say I love to have music on while I'm doing this. And maybe sing along. Okay, and shake that out a minute. So for me, I just feel like I want to shake that out a minute. Okay, so I'm just doing what I feel like I like doing in the morning, because I know this makes my body feel great. And I'm going to stretch. And already I can feel warmth, like a warm glow in my body. I can feel something shifting in my body. And stretch out. I'm stretching out the whole of my body, put my feet as far as I can on the ground. I'm making myself as big as I can. And up, and up. And just for now, because I feel like I want to, I'm going to stretch. And I'm going to stretch the other side. Oh, I love that, feels great. And stretch the other side. And stretch the other side. And just for a minute, bring your hands together and start doing some lovely figure of eights in front of you. Just nice figure of eights in front of you. It can be as big or as small as you choose. Okay, and let's just shake that out a minute. Okay, smiles on our faces, and let's come to here, into our collarbones. You're going to go down there, and there's some little dips there. Very, very, very well-known points for stimulating our immune system. And some of these points we're going to double up during the day, because I do. And sometimes I do the same routine, sometimes I vary it. It's whatever I feel like doing on the morning. So you can either tap or you can stimulate. It's really up to you. So for me this morning, I'm going to be stimulating here. Oh, my necklace is turned around. And then I'm going to come under my arms. Now there's amazing points here. So I'm not going to tap. You can just tap. But for me this morning, I'm going to just rub and stimulate these points. Now I've got a little sore point here, so I'm just going to stimulate this little point a little bit more. So I can feel that maybe for me there's a bit of stagnant energy there. So I'm just going to move and I'm going to stimulate that a bit more. And I'm encouraging my body to release and let go of any stagnant energy that's there. Encouraging it to let it go. Encouraging the flow of energy around my body as best as it can do. Okay. And then I'm going to come under here and I'm going to just push these points here and stimulate these points here. Okay, fantastic. And now I'm going to, as if my arm was sewn up, I'm going to start squeezing in here. As if you're squeezing in the seam of your arm. Just squeeze, squeeze in and squeeze in. And the other side, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we're just waking up the system. We're just seeing if there's any energy blocks anywhere that our body can now release and let go of with the help of us. Okay, cool. And let's shake it out. So if you've got music going, you can do the shake to the rhythm of your music, and we can just choose to do what we choose to do. So let's just take hold of our ears for a minute. It might seem a bit of a strange one, but let's just pull our ears or massage our ears and stimulate the ears, pulling them out, pulling them out, pulling them out, and just stimulating the ears. Not so it hurts, but just so it feels nice. You know, actually feels lovely to stimulate your ears. And it's just waking up points in the ears. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. See, now my ears feel like they're getting warm and glowing, so that's really funny, but it feels great. And I can feel my energy. I can feel my energy feeling warm and glowing around my body. So I know something's shifting and working, which is why I love doing it first thing in the morning. So, what do I want to do next this morning? Okay, so I'm going to bring an awareness, and you can choose your own awareness of what an emotion that maybe I'm challenged with at the moment in time. Well, actually, that's not strictly true, because I'm not sure how I'm really challenged with something, but obviously there's a lot of fear going on and there's isolation going on. So I'm going to bring into awareness of something that I would like to reduce or to clear. And this is a very simple routine that I learnt just before I went out to Africa, actually, because I was looking for some tools and tips that I could take out to help release stress and trauma without having to use language, because there was a language barrier. And some lovely ladies shared and taught me how to do this. So we're bringing into the awareness. It's not about heightening the awareness, it's just having an awareness as we tap on this point on our hand. And then we're going to come and we're going to pull. And what this is going to start to do, it's going to start to reduce and release the emotion or the situation that you brought into your awareness. Okay. Now I love doing this, it feels so nice. And then we're going to start tapping on the edge, where our eyebrows start. On the front of our eyebrows. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to tap about 15 times for each point. And then we're going to take it all across the eyebrow to the edge of the eyebrows. And there's also where the temples are, and there's also lovely healing points there as well. So we're just stimulating, waking up these points, clearing any blockages that we may have, and under the eye. And again, I can feel a little tender point there, so I'll go back and look at that later on. So I'm just being aware of how my body's feeling. And also, of course, I forgot to say earlier, but it's about also making sure we're breathing deeply all the way through this, having an awareness of our breath. And then we're going to tap on here. As we breathe in, we fill our bodies and our lungs with oxygen, which helps oxygenate the cells of our body. But again, it's not about going into the science behind what we're doing today. This is just about, let's join in, let's have fun, stick your music on and energise and start the day off in a great way. And we're going to pull across here. And we're going to pull across here. And pull across here. And then we're going to start that tapping again. Tapping, tap, 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 tap. And you're very lucky I haven't got music on, because usually I've got this lovely Happy Cell song on, which is so uplifting and fun, and I just want to dance and jiggle around to it. So it's very strange for me to be doing this without any music on. Okay. So I'm hoping that you've got music on, that you're actually moving the body. Okay. So this is all about having a bit of uplifting fun in the morning. Being grateful that we're alive, being grateful that we can do this if we're choosing to do this. Okay, let's shake that out. Shake that. Shake it out. And of course, shaking is really good for us. There's so many things out there. So much information about things that are good for us. Healthy stuff to eat, exercises, supplements. Our body is so amazing, and it has the ability to do so much for us. So it's about being grateful to our body and giving back to our body. Okay, so what am I going to choose to do next? Okay, so let's put our hands on our head for a few moments. And we're going to take some deep breaths, or I am. I don't know if you're sharing it or not, but let's take a deep breath. I'm taking a deep breath into my head. And whilst I'm doing this, I'm having an awareness that sometimes our left and right hemisphere of the brain, or our masculine and feminine side of the brain, can be out of balance. So I'm going to just tap on my head and I'm going to tap on my heart. And I'm going to ask to balance that. So when I'm tapping on the head, it's like I'm bringing something to awareness. I'm saying to the body, hey body, look at this for a minute. This is the most important thing I want you to look at right this time. And, you know, let's see if we can make some changes here. And when I'm tapping on my heart, I'm saying, please save this information so it doesn't come back again. So we're just tapping to make aware, okay body, look, wake up. You know, there's some imbalances here. You know, can we take a look at it? And then we're saying to the heart, oh, can we save that information, please? It's as simple as that. And then we're going to hold, well, I'm going to hold my large intestines. And I'm going to breathe into my large intestines. And I'm going to focus. I'm going to give my large intestines a centre stage right here now. And I'm going to be so thankful and grateful for my large intestines for the amazing, amazing job it does for us. Eliminating our waste on a physical level. But even, you know, on an energetic level, it's about whether we're choosing to let go of old rubbish that we still hold on to or whether we don't. And sometimes we keep hold of old stuff that we don't need any longer. And that's part of releasing with the large intestines. And you know, sometimes we hold on to stuff and it gets stagnant and we get constipated. So let's give thanks and gratitude and get anything that's imbalanced going on in the large intestines. Let's get it moving. Okay, let's get releasing. And let's tap that on the head and the heart. And let's be thankful and grateful to the large intestines and balancing the physiology of it, the energies, the emotions that may be out of balance with our body, our mind and our spirit. Fabulous. And then we're going to go to the gallbladder. So if you're looking at me, you're going to be doing it on the opposite side. So the gallbladder is here for me, on my right hand side, just under here. And we are going to breathe into the gallbladder and we're going to give thanks and gratitude to the gallbladder for the amazing job that it's doing for your body. Giving it centre stage, giving it love, gratitude and thanks. And on a conscious level, the gallbladder is about holding on to resentments, energies like that, low frequency energies like that. So anywhere there's imbalances there, let's tap that out. So we're asking to give thanks and gratitude to the gallbladder and any imbalances or any impurities that we can clear energetically, physically and emotionally with our body, our mind and our spirit. And then we're going to come to the stomach and do the same. We're going to give our stomach centre stage. Imagine, see it, whatever it is for you, whether you see the stomach, if you're visual, whether you just know that you're sending amazing energy into the stomach, it's just a choice. We're focusing on the stomach and giving thanks and gratitude to our stomach. The amazing job it does digesting our food, and also on an energetic level, how we're digesting life at the moment, how we're choosing to digest the situations going on around us, whether we're choosing to look at the positive, the negative, you know, whether we're choosing to go into negative frequencies or whether we're trying to uplift our energies. It's all a choice. So let's tap on that. Giving thanks and gratitude to the stomach, physically, emotionally, energetically. Rebalancing and releasing everything that's not a contribution with our body, our mind and our spirit. And then we're going to go to the bladder. And we're going to hold the bladder and give thanks and gratitude to the bladder and give that centre stage. And just home in and tune in, either breathe into it, see it, whatever it is for you. Everything's different, personal. For me, I just pour love into it. And thanks and gratitude for doing the amazing job it's doing for me. And any negative emotions around being pissed off and all those things that are linked in with the bladder, let's tap that out. So let's give thanks and gratitude for the bladder for the amazing job it's doing for us. And any imbalances and anything that's not contributing to the bladder, energetically, physically and emotionally, we're going to balance out with our body, mind and spirit. And then we're going to go to the small intestines. And if you hear some glugging, my heating just come on. I have no idea why, because I have no idea why. Beautiful sunny morning, it's clicking, making some funny glugging. So we're going to go to the small intestines and we're going to breathe into the small intestines and give thanks and gratitude for the small intestines and for the amazing job that does for us. And the small intestines about getting rid of or separating what is going to keep and what it doesn't keep, what's good for our bodies, what's not giving bodies, and then eliminating what we no longer need. And on a conscious level, it's about that. It's about, what are we going to separate? What are we going to keep? What do we need to save? What's going to be good for us? What's not going to be good for us? And all that is. Let's tap that out. Any imbalances physically, emotionally, energetically for our large intestines, and we're going to balance that and everything that's not contributing to that with our body, our mind and our spirit. And I'm swaying even though I haven't got music on, so you can imagine if I had music on I would be actually jiggling even more. And then we're going to go to the lungs. Taking a deep breath, this one's easy, taking deep breaths into our lungs and being thankful and grateful to our lungs. And that we're alive, that we can take the breath of life this morning. Sadly, there are people that are struggling with their breath. And sadly, some people do not have a breath this morning. So let's just thank our bodies for the amazing, amazing job it's doing for us. Oxygenating our cells, knowing that we can breathe, breathing in the breath of life, and let's just tap that out. Any imbalances in the lungs energetically, emotionally, spiritually, with our body, our mind and our spirit. Let's go to the liver. Let's give the liver the centre stage. Focusing on the liver, don't forget if you're looking at me, you're going to be on the opposite side. So we're going to focus on the liver, breathing into the liver. Giving thanks and gratitude for our liver for the amazing, amazing job it's doing. And on a conscious level, the liver holds on to anger, control. And obviously we're all being controlled at the moment because we're all having to stay in and the restrictions that we've got. So anywhere there's any imbalances out there, let's tap that out. Balancing and giving thanks and gratitude with our body, our mind and our spirit. For everything that the liver is ready and willing to release and let go of everything that's not contributing to it on every level. And let's hold the spleen. Again, if you're looking at me, you're on the opposite side to me. Let's give the spleen centre stage. The spleen is amazing, amazing to helping us with our immune system, which is so, so important at this moment in time. Everything we can do at this moment to boost our immune system is so important. So let's give thanks and gratitude to our spleen for the amazing job it's doing. And it may even having to work overtime at this moment. So let's just give it thanks and gratitude for every single thing it's doing. And let's tap out anywhere there may be imbalances, anything that's not contributing to the spleen. Let's ask with absolute love to balance that with our body, our mind and our spirit. And then let's go to the kidneys. And let's hold the kidneys, rub the kidneys, just hold on and give thanks and gratitude for the kidneys, for the amazing job it's doing for you. Our bodies are more amazing than we ever give it credit for. And sometimes we forget to be thankful and grateful to our body for the job it's doing for us 24 hours a day. And the kidneys, we hold on to fear in our kidneys. And anyway, there's obviously so much of that going on at this moment in time. So let's tap out. Let's give thanks and gratitude for the kidneys for working, for doing their amazing job. Anywhere there may be any imbalances emotionally, physically, energetically, and anything that's not being a contribution to the kidneys, it's asked to release and let it go. Balancing it with our body, our mind and our spirit. And let's come to our heart. Breathe into our heart and give thanks and gratitude for our heart for working, for pumping around the body, for keeping us alive. We have been blessed this morning. We've woken up. We're alive. Our hearts are working. Somebody else has not been that fortunate today. So we have to give thanks and gratitude for us, our hearts, and the amazing job it's doing for us. And on a conscious level, it's about giving ourselves self-love, self-worth, self-value. So everywhere that's out of balance, everywhere we've not been willing to receive that, let's ask to balance it, the heart physically, emotionally, energetically, anywhere, anything that's not contributing to that. Let's balance that with our body, our mind and our spirit. And let's hold the head again. And anywhere our mind goes into overload, you know it's been proved now that the heart hears and feels and senses before the head. So everywhere I've gone into overload, everywhere I go into overload rather than going into my heart first, listening to my heart first, and then being more consciously aware of my thoughts, so I can change my thoughts with more ease and joy to uplifting thoughts and, you know, have that calm and peace in my mind. And I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to ask to balance that. Everywhere my heart should be first and my head should be second, or everywhere I want to reduce the head stress, we're going to balance all of that. Anywhere that's not been a contribution to our body, our mind and our spirit. And let's just shake that out. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. Your bodies are going to be so grateful that you're paying attention to our bodies. My body loves it. And just for now, I'm going to remind myself about my adrenal glands. I don't usually do this, but it's just come to my awareness. And I'm going to give thanks and gratitude to my adrenal glands for the job it's doing. Adrenal glands go into so much overload with everything in our atmosphere, the stress is going on. You know, their job should be switch on in danger, switch off, but sadly they're staying on much longer than it is natural for them to do. And let's ask to balance that out. So everywhere our adrenals are out of balance, everywhere there's energies or anything that's not contributing to the adrenals functioning at their wellness and balance, let's tap that out and balance out our body and our mind and our spirit. And another thing that's come to my awareness, let's just hold our throat for a minute. Or I don't know if you're even following me, but I'm going to hold my throat. And my thyroid gland, I'm going to pay attention to my thyroid gland and give thanks and gratitude to my thyroid for the amazing job it's doing. But also on a conscious level at this moment in time, you know, it's about communication, and there may be things that we can't say at the moment that we'd like to say. There might be things that we've said that we wish we hadn't said. And there might just be challenges in speaking our truth, you know. So everywhere we've suppressed that or judged ourselves for it or gone into the wrongness of it, when actually we really didn't need to, let's tap out that. Any imbalances there? Any imbalances? Just giving our thyroid the chance to release any negative frequencies there. And let's shake that out again. Just shake it out again. Oh, that feels great. I'm just going to stretch again and stretch out again. And what else does my body require this morning? Okay, my body requires now, I'm going to just bring some very slow strokes in. Very slow strokes in. And very gentle strokes. You know, so for me, I'm encouraging my lymphatic system. Everywhere that I've been releasing any stagnant energy, anywhere there might be any additional toxins in there, I'm gently just encouraging my body to let this go with ease. Allowing these toxins to leave my body with ease. I'm going to bring it up from my groin up. I'm just asking that the body release any unwanted negativities. Releasing it gently and safely from my body with so much ease and love. Just releasing it with love. Encouraging the body to let go of any toxins with ease. Lovely, and bring it in. And for me, I'm going to end my session today. And I'm going to put my hands up to Source, up to the Divine. And I'm going to open my heart. And I am going to imagine, sense or know, whatever it is, that there is the most amazing, amazing ball of energy in front of me. Filled with healing, with love, with light. And I can put anything I choose into this ball. Anything. So I'm choosing, and you choose, if you're following me or joining me, you can choose anything that's right for you. This is about you. So I'm choosing for me to put in love, laughter, healing. People that inspire me. I want to bring in my family and their laughter and their joy. And love, for me, it's the Ascended Masters and all that be, Divine Source. And the abundance in every good way that I'm now willing to receive on every level of my existence. And with an open heart and filling my ball with the most amazing energies, I'm going to bring that towards me. And I'm going to bring this energy into my heart, because that's what I'm choosing. But you can put this anywhere in the body that feels right for you at any given moment. But for me, I want to bring this into my heart. And take a nice deep breath. And I end my session every day by giving myself the most amazing hug. I've been isolated now for days, so I haven't had any physical hugs, which is very challenging. And it's important to feel our bodies and to be able to receive that touch. So I'm giving myself the biggest hug I can. And then after that I choose. And if you're joining me now, you can choose whatever's right for you. I'm choosing to put into my hug my family, my sons, my grandchildren, all those that I can't hug, their families, my parents, my siblings. The whole of my family I'm bringing into my hug. I'm opening my heart for limitless amounts of love, healing and light to feel my hug, extending it to them. And for me that feels so emotional. It's... and breathe, Jackie. And now I'm going to bring all my friends into my hug. All of you into my hug. My clients into my hug. All my acquaintances into my hug. Expanding my hug out as far as I can. To all the people in my town, my county, country, other countries. And I'm going to imagine the whole world is inside my hug. I'm extending my hug all the way around the world. Expanding my heart and my love to the whole world. Extending the healing and the love that's in my hug to every person that's on the planet that is willing to receive this from me. Willing to receive ultimate love from Source. Just extending that love out, that healing out, our hugs out, our hearts out, everybody willing to receive on this planet. And extending that to the animals, the plants, the trees, the earth, the crystal kingdom. Everything that resides on it and in it, I'm putting into my hug. And then I'm going to extend that out to the energy around the earth, where there's pollution, where there's negative energies of anger and fear. I'm going to extend my hug even further out around the world. And I've just been reminded of the sea, sending our love and our hug for the sea as well. Everything that makes up the earth and the energy around the earth, giving it my hug. And taking a deep breath in, trusting and knowing that everybody and everything has received, that is willing to receive. And I'm going to come out with my hug. Oh wow, that feels so good for me. So I'm just going to move my body for a minute. If you've got music on, why not turn the volume up and dance it out, shake it out, have the gratitude that we're alive, we're breathing, we can see, we can hear, we can smell, we can touch. And just in this moment, we're giving ourselves permission to love and honour ourselves. Giving ourselves permission to be, just to be. We know what's going outside, but we've just given ourselves, or for me, I don't know if you're joining me or not, but for me, I've just given myself permission to give to myself. And when I've given to myself and replenished myself, I know that I'm then in a better position to give out to others. So that's why I'm choosing to share this. It may be something that you would love for your own well-being, and it may not. You know, there is no right or wrong. It just is. You might choose to share it or join in, and you might choose not to. You know, if it helps one person extended to me, fabulous. The only thing I would say at the end of this, of course, drink plenty of water, good water we know. But also, at the moment, with all the heightened energies, we can become ungrounded at the moment. So I'm going to leave you today with just simply saying, if you're feeling ungrounded, the simplest way to unground ourselves is to actually go out and put our feet, bare feet preferably, onto the earth, onto the ground, and our hands onto the ground. Earthing ourselves, grounding ourselves, and coming back into ourselves. So I've enjoyed doing my morning routine. I've enjoyed sharing it. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope you can feel the benefit around your body like I feel it with mine. So again, I invite you to do this whenever you choose to do it. You can put it on in the mornings like I do, turn your music up, smile, have fun doing it. It's about energizing, get those systems going, and importantly, keeping our health and our immune system up is absolutely optimal at the moment. So enjoy whatever you're going to do for the rest of the day. Stay well, stay safe, and thank you.